My name is Faith, and I have some stories to tell. I'm a Boxer Bulldog mix. My mom and dad met me while I was being cared for at the Best Friends Animal Society in Utah and decided they wanted to adopt me. Now, I live in Muncie, Indiana, with Grateful Rescue and Sanctuary founders Pamela and Mike. In fact, I'm the ambassador for Grateful Rescue. It's a pretty sweet life. Sometimes I help my dad at the office, while other times I just demand attention from my mom. Tonight, we want you to gather around and listen to fun, interesting stories. We call it Faith's Book Nook. Each week, we pick a local celebrity or special person in the community to read a children's book that has an animal theme. We live stream it here each week. To be honest, I'm not sure what a live stream means. Anyways, make sure you're in your comfy chair because we're about to listen to a great story together at Faith's Book Nook.
Good girl. We're gonna read
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot Baby.
Yeah.
Okay, sit up. Hey, the camera can see you. Here, want me to put this behind you?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that better? So, Bigfoot Baby is by Elis Barks and Meg Hunt. Let's see what it has to say. Who's running wild behind the pine tree?
Bigfoot.
It's Bigfoot Baby.
And deer.
Happy and free.
And deer.
And a deer. Who giggles inside the mushroom home?
What is it?
It's a tree fairy and a forest gnome. Bigfoot Baby is hiding somewhere.
What?
I'm right here playing with a baby bear.
Bear!
Oh my goodness.
And the bears are scary.
Yeah. Who's there in the tent? Let's take a look.
Bigfoot!
It's Bigfoot Baby reading a book.
And what's that?
It's a ladybug and chips. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Who's that flying under moonlit skies?
Oh, owl in the back!
Yeah, an owl, a bat, and pretty fireflies.
Yeah.
Who's inside the treehouse, tucked in tight?
Bigfoot!
It's Bigfoot Baby who says good night. Oh, you want to do it one more time?
Yeah.
What are we reading?
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot Baby.
Bigfoot baby!
Good job.
We love Bigfoot.
Okay, let's wait till I read it. Who's running wild behind the pine tree?
Bigfoot and deer!
It's Bigfoot Baby
And
and happy and free.
And deer!
It's Bigfoot Baby, happy and free.
No, that's deer.
And a deer. Give me a smooch. Who giggles inside the mushroom home? A tree fairy and a forest gnome. Oh, you're insane. Bigfoot Baby is hiding
A
somewhere.
bear and a Bigfoot and a bear!
I'm right here playing with a baby bear. You're so good at this. Who's there in the tent?
Bigfoot and Levi and Chip!
Let's take a look. It's Bigfoot Baby reading a book.
And a bucket and Chip!
Yes. Who's that flying under moonlit skies?
A owl and a bat!
An owl, a bat, and pretty fireflies. Who's inside the treehouse, tucked in tight?
Bigfoot baby!
Yes, it's Bigfoot Baby who says good night.
Bigfoot baby.
Can you sit up and tell them who you are? Tell me your name. What's your name?
Abraham Brammer.
Abraham Brammer. Did you like this book? What's it called?
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot Baby. Bigfoot rocks, right? Yeah!
I'm gonna send it to the rock.
Okay, good job.
How adorable was that?
He is too cute. I loved his excitement. Oh my gosh, I loved it.
His grandmother may be the star of Oddity Files, but I think her grandson's going to be a star as well.
Yeah, he's got the personality, doesn't he?
He sure does. That is my very good friend Kitsie Duncan, star of Oddity Files, which is 3 seasons on Amazon Prime and also on YouTube. She is an amazing investigator, an amazing friend, an amazing grandmother, and she also has 2 adorable puppies.
And
What
which
a-
one is this? Is Luna?
This is Luna. Yeah. She's my good girl. She's right off to the side, just where you can't see her.
That is exactly what we would expect Luna to be doing tonight on camera while Venus chills and says, you know what? You're not paying me enough for this.
Well, yeah.
So Kitsie, one of the things that I thought was really adorable in that reading is the fact that you're reading this book about Bigfoot to a child, which you would think that Bigfoot would be sort of a scary concept for a kid.
Mhm.
But instead, he's like, the bears are scary. I love Bigfoot, but the bears are scary.
One of the very first toys I bought for baby Abby, is what we call him, was a stuffed Bigfoot toy.
Oh,
So
you're kidding me.
I've been training him since he was in the womb to know that Bigfoot's not as scary. He just likes to social distance.
And in addition to the investigating that you've done all over the world at some of the most well-known haunted places, have you ever gone out and sought out Bigfoot?
I haven't. It does seem a little scary to me, being in the wide open woods. I think I'm more afraid of getting lost in nature than I am of Bigfoot. But I haven't. I do live in the Morgan Monroe County Forest here in South Central Indiana, which is known for Bigfoot sightings, and I have not seen him. I think the sightings stopped when actually Abe's dad moved out of the house, because he's a hairy fella, and it might have just been him.
Well, I know that Pamela has been very excited about you joining us for this book nook and has lots of questions and interest in what you do.
Well, as I was saying, I do have a lot of interest in this. I have had experiences in the house I live in, and I've been here for 25 years, where I might see things in my like side sight or whatever that's called. I'll see one of my little dogs, Casper, running around. And also my daughter used to say that she heard little voices in her closet, and I thought she was doing that to like get to come to bed with us, but then a cleaning lady was over and also heard voices
Oh.
in the closet.
Well,
So-
I don't think it's anything malevolent or, evil or anything. If you've lived there for 25 years, and I think you're good. I think
Yeah.
you're good. But the pet spirits just intrigue me so much.
Mhm.
Every once in a while, I think I see one of my past pups running past
do?
out of my peripheral vision, just like
Yeah.
that. And it's super comforting to kind of know that they're just checking in on you, making
Yeah.
sure you're doing okay.
Yeah, I like that too.
And we were actually on site last night for Kitsie invited me to go along for a follow-up investigation, and the woman who we were talking with was talking about how her cats were seeing so many things, and I think that we don't have the sight that they have, and we also sometimes have been told And I know from Kitsie's book, which is out, I'd Rather Talk to Dead People, she was told she had an active imagination. And so we just chalk it up to that. Whereas, you can tell a pet that, but pets see what they're going to see.
Right.
I have heard that pets can see spirits. Do you think that's true, Kitsie?
Oh, I absolutely do. I absolutely do. I had actually a few years ago wrote about it in the book as well. I'd Rather Talk to Dead People. Brought a spirit home with me from a location.
Wow.
She's wonderful and doesn't really do anything bad. Just every once in a while, my husband and I'll hear somebody walking around in our bathroom upstairs. We'll just look at each other and go, "Oh, it's the ghost." But I didn't know she was here until I had a Neapolitan Mastiff at the time that was playing with somebody that wasn't there. So that's when I realized that I had brought the spirit home.
I've noticed my dog's looking off at things sometimes, and I'm like, "What are you looking at? And nothing's there." And I think they're seeing a spirit. I bet you anything they're seeing a spirit.
Well, on that investigation last night, the homeowner had told us that they're always looking up at the ceiling, and I have this equipment that's called the SLS camera. What it does is it takes the old Xbox Kinect that just throws a bunch of like laser beams out and will kind of track a spirit that you don't see with your eyes, but it'll pick it up on the little, tablet that it's attached to. And right after she was telling us about that, we saw the SLS camera picked up something on the ceiling that was a human form. So yeah, it was really neat. It was validating for the cats, actually.
Right. Yeah.
You're right, cats. You're not crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and speaking of that, Kitsie was recently at my home, and Pamela, it's funny how this all ties in together, because the very first bingo night that I hosted with you and Grateful Rescue, and we have, our next one is coming up next week for Valentine's Day. But about an hour or so before we were supposed to be live and doing Grateful Bingo, I had a touch lamp that started going on and off. And my grandmother was like the queen of the bingo hall. I mean, they had
way.
Oh, Pamela, they had a table reserved, and you did not sit at Dorothy's table. Like everybody knew her, loved her, and bingo was her life. And I brought my husband Patrick into the room because I started asking questions. I'm like, well, what would Kitsie do? Right? I'm like, you're safe. It's okay. Do you have a message? I'm like, what do I do? The lamp is talking to me. And I finally had to say, like, Grandma, if it's you, I have to go. It's time for bingo.
She's like, why do you think I'm here? I know it's time for bingo.
Yeah.
And I want to be on TV.
We've got some equipment we're about to pull out. Things cannot hurt you, harm you, or anything like that. I promise you that. But at any time you want to turn the touch lamp on, you are more than welcome to. But we're not asking you to perform like circus animals. You sure you're good?
I'm very good.
Okay. I don't want to scare you.
Thanks.
I don't want you to have any nightmares. So that's noise reduction. That'll turn the down. But we'll still be able to hear the voices.
So
I heard some voices come through.
Oh, sorry.
And I thought I had heard some names. Would anybody like to say hello? Hello?
Hello.
Because I thought we were going to come here and talk to Grandma. Did she go by Grandma?
She did. Her name was Dorothy. Her friends called her Dot. Wow. There you go, Pamela.
Did she end up communicating? Did she talk to you?
She did.
Did.
Oh,
Pamela, she turned the light on.
Yep.
She turned the light on. So you can see this. We'll put links where you can follow Kitsie and you can watch this. This is a new show that
Cool.
Kitsie is doing, kind of this wonderful transformation of going from, investigating haunted places to really helping people connect with spirits that they're missing and figuring out what's going on in their home. And it went from this kind of like funny, like, hey, Kitsie, I got a light going on and off, and I think it's my grandma wanting to play bingo, to a very emotional
I bet.
wreck. Yeah.
I bet.
Yes.
And
All
I've
of-
heard that's how the easiest way spirits can communicate. One is being with electricity. And my husband passed away in 2008, and on our anniversary, and we like put all the lights out at night. There's nothing on at all except the outside lights. And on our anniversary, I got up in the middle of the night to get water, and all the lights were on in the kitchen. And I swear, I just walked in, I just smiled, and I got like a little tear in my eye, because I'm thinking,
Yeah.
that is Andy. That is Andy just saying, hey, happy anniversary, or whatever. Isn't that amazing? But I heard
love
that they can communicate through electricity.
They can.
That
It's
is
a lot
so
of
cool.
audio things you'll hear, and electricity. Like, again, with the spirit I had brought home, some weird things were going on with electricity. Like, lights were turning on, and the TV would just turn off in the middle of me watching it. And that's when I kind of finally came to the conclusion that, I brought this little 15-year-old spirit home with me from New Albany, Indiana. So, but she's a nice little addition to the family. I'm an empty nester now, so it's dogs and ghosts.
A daughter.
Exactly.
You'll never be an empty nester if you have a little girl spirit in the house.
It's so
Exactly.
fascinating. It's so fascinating.
If you have any questions for Kitsie, feel free to put them in the comments. Michelle saying, I believe pets can see spirits. Absolutely. And we actually, in the course of doing this, we're going to come back and we'll take some of your questions. We thought, well, what kind of pets can we incorporate into a Bigfoot themed book Nook? And what we asked for was for our viewers to share with us some of their big fur babies. And we got some really cute pictures. Let's take a look.
Yes.
That
love
was
it.
our friend Patty there at the end with her
Yes.
big dog Stewie. So cute.
So
Kitsy,
cute.
I had a question from Andrew. He wanted to know if on investigations, if you've ever heard or seen any pet spirits.
I have felt a cat spirit at a location that was supposed to have a cat ghost there at like one of the notorious haunted locations I was at, kind of weaving in and out of my feet. I didn't see
Mm.
anything and I didn't capture anything, but you know, I mean, you just know that feeling if you've ever had a
Mhm.
cat do that. So, I mean, there's no other way to explain it than it was a ghost spirit. But that I think that's the only time. No, there was one other location. It was another cat spirit that I thought I saw run by. But I've not captured any on film. That's part of this whole ghost hunting thing, you know? You don't always
Maybe it'll still
capture
come
it.
along.
Yeah, I hope so. I do.
Mhm.
Well, could you share a little bit, Kitsy, with us about? I posted a link to your YouTube channel, the very first episode of Paranormal Crossroad. And would you just talk a little bit about that, and then also where we can find your book?
Yeah, absolutely. So, like KG was saying earlier, I've investigated some of the most notoriously haunted locations in the world, and I felt like I'd been there, done that, and our crew had kind of split up. I had two very awesome young men that were part of my crew that just went on to do other things, but I still have it in my blood. I couldn't stop doing it because I love it so much. And then I had friends come along like KJ and other people who are having experiences in their homes. And there was something I always said, you know, I'd never do. I was afraid that I'd amp up activity in somebody's house if I, you know, told the spirit it was okay to communicate. And I think I did at KJ's house, but she was pre-warned. um,
It's
but
okay. They've calmed down a bit.
okay, good, good, good.
Did
But you know,
Patrick get scared?
he was great. He was actually better at distinguishing what that box was trying to tell me, which I call the odd box, than I was by the
Oh
time we
yeah.
were done. So he's a natural. Absolutely. But the best part about this is I help people. And you know, I'm kind of like Bigfoot. I like to, you know, I'm a hermit of sorts.
Mhm.
But it's good to get out there and kind of help others in need because I grew up terrified of the paranormal and I know a lot of other people are as well, but I just feel like these spirits are trying to communicate and they just want to reach out. And it's scary if you don't know what's going on. So I'm trying to bridge that gap.
I love it. I love it.
Well,
I
and
think
in
there's a
learning,
lot of people that wish they could reach their loved ones that have passed. So I think it would be a very cool thing to experience.
well, it sounds like you've got some activity that might need some investigating at some point,
Yeah.
Pamela.
Yeah, I
Road
think there's a
trip
lot going
Muncie.
on in this house.
Well, and in this journey of realizing, Kitsy, you're more of a stay-at-home person, but when you do go out, you like to talk to dead people. You wrote a book about it.
I do. And actually writing the book, I'd rather talk to dead people. It's available on Amazon Prime and Barnes and Noble online. And it's free on Kindle Unlimited too, which is really
Oh,
cool.
cool.
Ooh.
That's kind of when I discovered that, you know, these spirits have taught me more about investigating than the TV shows and, you know, the podcasts and the websites and the books out there. And that's why I kind of felt like I had to give back. And you know, going through all these years of doing that and putting pen to paper, so to speak, taught me that, you know, I really can communicate with these
Mhm.
spirits and it's not scary and I needed to share that with other people. So
I love it.
Well,
thank you.
we appreciate you, and you know that I love you so much, and I'm so excited for the journey that you're on and the people that you are going to help, both living and dead. You're,
Mhm.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
it
Yeah,
is.
I'm a fan. I'm going to be riding along for that journey as well. I'm really
Yay.
interested.
And
Appreciate
next
you
week,
being here, Kitsie. Sorry.
that's okay, shifting gears from the people that we miss and love on the other side to the people that we love now. It's Valentine's Day, and we are inviting you to have a date night with us. If you go to gratefulbingo.com, you can reserve your bingo card right now. It is completely free. And it's going to be a blast. So just like you're watching right now, you will tune in. You can play on your phone. We've got fabulous prizes. And we've got several couples who actually met through their pet who will be joining us to share those lovely stories. And we have a pet matchmaker. Her name is Cheryl Mathis. She is a best-selling author and TV personality. And she just launched an app called Fetch a Date. And it's
Cool.
it's so cool. And you introduce yourself through your pets. So like your profile picture and information is all your cute pets and why you love pets. And so you don't ever have to worry about meeting someone and then they say like, oh, I don't like cats, or I wouldn't want to live with dogs. Like
Can I sign my daughter up for that?
Yes, you can.
I love it. And I wonder why hasn't this been just done before? It just seems like such a common sense thing to do.
Right?
Must love dogs, right? And
Yes.
cats.
So that will be next week right here, gratefulbingo.com. I think as we leave, we've had a few requests to actually see more of baby Abe and the book again. So we're going to say goodnight. Again, the link to watch Kitsie's show, Paranormal Crossroad, is in the comments, and how to find Kitsie also in the comments. Please follow her, watch Oddity Files on Amazon Prime, and go get her book, I'd Rather Talk to Dead People. Thank you so much, Kitsie.
Thanks so much for having me, ladies.
Thank
So much
you.
fun.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Good night, everybody. Thank you for being here again for Book Nook.
Good night.
Good girl. We're going to read
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot Baby.
Yeah.
Okay, sit up. Hey, the camera can see you. Here, want me to put this behind you?
Yeah.
Yeah, is that better? So, Bigfoot Baby is by Elis Barks and Meg Hunt. Let's see what it has to say. Who's running wild behind the pine tree?
Bigfoot.
It's Bigfoot Baby.
And deer.
Happy and free.
And deer.
And a deer. Who giggles inside the mushroom home?
What is it?
It's a tree fairy and a forest gnome. Bigfoot Baby is hiding somewhere.
What?
I'm right here playing with a baby bear.
Bear!
Oh my goodness.
And the bears are scary.
Yeah. Who's there in the tent? Let's take a look.
Bigfoot!
It's Bigfoot Baby reading a book.
And what's that?
It's a ladybug and chips. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Who's that flying under moonlit skies?
Oh, owl in the back!
Yeah, an owl, a bat, and pretty fireflies.
Yeah.
Who's inside the treehouse, tucked in tight?
Bigfoot!
It's Bigfoot Baby who says good night. Oh, you want to do it one more time?
Yeah.
What are we reading?
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot Baby.
Bigfoot baby!
Good job.
We love Bigfoot.
Okay, let's wait till I read it. Who's running wild behind the pine tree?
Bigfoot and deer!
It's Bigfoot Baby
And
and happy and free.
And deer!
It's Bigfoot Baby, happy and free.
No, that's deer.
And a deer. Give me a smooch. Who giggles inside the mushroom home? A tree fairy and a forest gnome. Oh, you're insane. Bigfoot Baby is hiding
A
somewhere.
bear and the Bigfoot and the bear!
I'm right here playing with a baby bear. You're so good at this. Who's there in the tent?
Bigfoot and Ladybug and Chip!
Look, it's Bigfoot baby reading a book.
And a bucket of chips.
Yes. Who's that flying under moonlit skies?
I'm in a bat.
An owl, a bat, and pretty fireflies. Who's inside the treehouse, tucked in tight?
Bigfoot baby.
Yes, it's Bigfoot baby who says, "Good night."
Bigfoot baby.
Can you sit up and tell them who you are? Tell me your name. What's your name?
Abraham Brammer.
Abraham Brammer. Did you like this book? What's it called?
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot baby. Bigfoot rocks, right? Yeah.
I want to see it to the rock.
Okay, good job.